This is not an elected officials rally. This is not a candidates rally. This is the people's rally.
The people, united, will never be defeated. If we don't get it, shut it down.
I actually am running for state senate for next year.
I just want to remind you that our primary theme is the children.
My name is Kristen Richardson Jordan. I am the Democratic nominee for New York City Council District 9. Good evening, everyone. Yes, my name is Cordell Clear, and I'm a resident of Harlem, lifelong. I am the Democratic nominee for the New York State Senate.
My name is Alpheus Marcus, born and raised here in Harlem. I'm a community advocate. And I want to thank the events, the people that actually put this together for coming out and standing with the community. I got involved with this not as a candidate, but as an uncle of a child that goes to this school right here. I want to first thank Rodney Harris for putting the police van there so when the kids come out, they can be safe. The problem we have is not the fact that there's drug rehab programs and people need medicated. It's too much. And the fact that it's too much, overwhelming of drug addicts brings about more drug dealers. We've had 2 killings on Lenox Avenue, as well as several shootings. That's a problem. Because as I said, this is not the first community that I had to deal with this issue. I have mothers that's afraid to walk their kids to the stores or let their children go out by themselves. My own sister's afraid to allow my niece to travel by herself, and she's 14 years old. The problem that we have is that these medical facilities are putting these drug clinics too close to schools. And that's why y'all are here. Y'all are here in regards to the children. They are literally endangering the welfare on the moral aspects of our children. If you look at what you just heard, they have to step over needles, individuals that's not properly dressed, individuals that's running around in need of medication. That cannot be in a community that's already disconnected. And we don't have to blame the police. We can blame a lot of our elected officials who walk around and see what's going on and say nothing. That's a problem. I always implore some of these leaders to walk through the streets this way that we can hold these elected officials accountable for what's going on. There's no need why the lieutenant governor lives 3 blocks away and knows what goes on and he hasn't said anything. The increase of these saturated programs is too much, and we can see it just by the response here today. No child should be afraid to walk through the streets, especially not wear sandals. That's a problem. No mother, no parent should be afraid to have their children see some of these individuals living in the manner they live in. The issues with the homeless shelters, let me say this here. New York City invests $2.7 billion in contracts out to other agencies that deal with some of the drug addictions, that deal with some of the shelters. But as you see, our communities have more homeless people, more increase in homeless people, as well as drugs and violence. That's a problem. As a community advocate, this is what I do. And I want to work with more organizations as well as community leaders on this here so we can put the pressure where it needs to be at. We can't let them sit up here and tell us what they want to tell us so they can get your votes. We now must be in a position now where they have to literally have an agenda for our community, and we haven't seen that. Now is the time for us to enact what needs to be enacted and stop the lip service. Our children is our future, and this is what we need to stay to the tune of. This is about our children. We have an elementary school, we have a high school. We want to make sure that the safety of these kids is where it's supposed to be at, and how they grow up tells a lot. I thank you.
Vote for me, Alpheus Marcus.